Hola y bienvenidos a todos y buenas noches. Yo soy Señor Carey, su profesor de español. Good evening, everybody, and just wanted to make a quick video summary of everything that we covered at Back to School Night for those of you that were unable to be in attendance. Important information that was shared and a quick recap. So by now, I'm sure that you are familiar with Canvas. Canvas is the learning management system that your sons and daughters are using and what the teachers are using since the beginning of the 2020-2021 academic year, last academic year. So we're continuing to use it. It's a wonderful resource, and I'm very happy that we've elected to adopt it indefinitely. So I just want to kind of help you get oriented, at least for our course, and how you can help your son or daughter keep pace with their coursework, and especially if they're out for an indefinite period of time, what to do. So this is the dashboard. This is kind of their home page. You'll see at least a number of tiles that represent all of their classes. And this is our course tile. The one thing I'll mention is that it says period 1. That is because all of the courses are linked with my first period course. So don't be alarmed or confused as to why your son or daughter's enrolled in another period, but it says period 1. So we're going to click on that tab, and then here you have my contact information. I do have a phone extension. It is, and I'll add it there. Forgive me, I don't know why it's not there, but it's extension 5429. You can call me by phone. Really, to be quite honest with you, the majority of people prefer email or Canvas messages, and I think that works just fine for me. That's my preference, and I will do my best to respond within 24 hours. So this is our home page here, and then from here you can go to announcements. I'll be sending out an announcement, a written recap of what we did this evening, and any other pertinent announcements I'll be sure to make here, as well as the other teachers will do the same. So that's a good place to have your son or daughter check, and for you to check periodically too as parents. Modules is kind of the main page. It organizes everything: notes, tests, homework assignments, discussions, anything and everything we do, quizzes, are going to be under modules. So we've actually just finished the orientation module last week, and we're currently working in the Para Empezar module, going over the basics again. Especially with last year being as it was, I felt, and the rest of my colleagues in the World Language Department felt, just go over the basics of Spanish 1, el alfabeto, los adjetivos, cómo conjuegan los verbos en español, las preguntas que empiezan con WH, interrogatives like quién, cómo, cuándo, dónde, por qué, adverbs of frequency, just all the basics. And that's what we're currently working on right now. So we're going at a very slow and steady pace, building up your sons and daughters' confidence and everything that they retained from last year. So modules is where you would go, or where your son or daughter would go for any coursework. Let's see. If you want to check their grade, I'm not going to click on that because I don't want to show everybody's grades, but if you want to see how they're doing and what assignments may be missing, what they need to make up, grades would be the place to go for that. I post the daily agenda every day in Calendar. The daily agenda, it has a video summary of me, just like right now, walking through what we're going to be doing today, the homework that was due for today's class, our daily agenda, what it is we're going to be doing in class, and then any homework that is due for the next class. And then all of these different activities, some of them are in class and not graded, so there's nothing in Canvas for them. Other activities will be linked in Canvas. And again, all the activities and homework assignments can be found under modules. I know it's a lot. I know it's probably especially a lot for parents, but I promise you, your sons and daughters have become very proficient and they know exactly where to go and what to do in most cases. for their classes. If anything looks confusing, they're more than welcome to reach out. What I try to do for a lot of their assignments is I try to record a video that walks them through it. It's time intensive. I'm not able to get to it for every assignment, but I really try to make it a point to do that so that whether they're in class and they forget or they're not able to make it to class, they can check. They can go into courses. They can go into modules. They can click on an assignment that they need to do. And there's a video there that walks them through how to go about that assignment.
Helps you work more
Those are video instructions there. So I really try to do that, encourage them to, make use of this resource. They should never come into class and say, hey, what did I miss last class? I wasn't here. They should always be checking and have a good idea, and then obviously reach out if they have any questions. So that's kind of the nuts and bolts of our class. I introduced myself tonight to everyone who was in attendance. I sent you all a welcome letter at the beginning of the year that introduced me, talked about my background, how I'm from the Bay Area. I did Spanish as an undergraduate, as a BA at San Francisco State University. I studied abroad in Chile, in Santiago, Chile. That's how I got to learn the majority of my Spanish. I received my certificate in linguistics from Cal Berkeley, my master's from USF in linguistics, and I'm currently working on my doctorate in international multicultural education at USF. Just started that actually. So that's a little bit of my background that I shared this evening. And the only other thing that I wanted to mention to you all is this California State Seal of Biliteracy. This is a program that we have as a department that we want to encourage all parents and students to consider. And basically what the State Seal of Biliteracy is it certifies your son or daughter as being biliterate in their home language, for example, English, and then Spanish. Biliterate meaning that they can read, write, speak, and hear the language proficiently. Huge opportunity for them to be able to take that with them, again, a seal on their diploma, and earn an average of 15 to 20% more just because they are proficient in another language. Whether they want to get in the medical field, or they want to get in the trades, or they want to get into business, as many of you I'm sure can attest to, foreign language proficiency is a huge attribute. So what this does is, again, certifies them as being proficient in English and Spanish. The requirements, in our estimation, are fairly modest. What do they need to do to get the seal? They need to pass all 4 years of English with a grade point average of 2.0 or higher, so a C average in all of their English classes. And they're going to be taking 4 years of English anyway to graduate high school, right? So they already have that requirement lined up and good to go. Just need to do good in those classes. They need to take 4 years of a foreign language, and this is open to French as well, but since your son or daughter is in Spanish, they need to do 4 years of Spanish and maintain a 3.0 grade point average only in those years of Spanish. So amongst those 4 classes, they need to earn a B average or higher, and that's it. 4 years of Spanish, 4 years of English. And so as long as they meet that grade point average requirement, they'll get the Seal of Biliteracy. And it's such a huge program, huge initiative for us. It's been growing since we started 4 years ago. We had 135 students out of a graduating class of 760 get this seal. So many students are taking AP classes. They're involved in extracurriculars. They volunteer. But this is one thing that more and more students are doing to set themselves apart, especially in this highly competitive academic environment that we're in, that colleges are increasingly looking at as an attribute. So that's the recap, everybody. I really appreciate your patience in me walking you through what we covered this evening. I want to thank all of you that were able to make time to be here tonight. I want to thank you for watching this video. and taking an interest in your son or daughter's education and their foreign language acquisition. I'm honored and very, very grateful for the opportunity to be their teacher this year. And even though there are a lot of unknowns with how things will be this year, the one thing for certain is that I will be here to support your son or daughter and you in whatever capacity. So, muchísimas gracias de nuevo por la oportunidad y que mantengamos en buen contacto. Buenas noches.